Speaking of, the purity and cleanliness of the body, I'd like to ask Shiva Angi, like, what her dietary practices are. Are you a vegetarian or what?
We had this discussion like I want to be vegetarian, but sometimes I have chicken, like not every day, because in India, like maybe twice a week we can we eat non-veg. So like most of the time our food is completely veg. Like maybe sometime in a month I can eat twice or thrice chicken, because I had the habit, like my mom gave me chicken like when I was young, so I had this taste developed. So sometimes I feel I'm low on protein or something, then I crave for chicken. Or sometimes I feel like my mood is low and some food can make it like good, then I go for chicken. But my aim is to completely be vegetarian, like completely vegetarian, because it is said that when you slaughter an animal, it's in great pain, great suffering, and when you eat it, we eat that, and those energy you will cultivate on yourself. So when I started seeing myself, whenever I had chicken or any kind of meat, after that my vibration, I could feel it has become lower, because the animal has been killed. He was in suffering. His all the cells were suffering, and I'm eating those things, right? So I have, like, earlier I couldn't recognize those low vibrations, but like from past 2 months I could sense it whenever I'm having non-veg. uh, Maybe being impulsive, I don't have control sometime, but I could sense it, my vibrations become low. My I become short tempered, or something wrong happens. So I'm on a path of like completely quitting non-veg.
Hmm. Feeling the call within? Learn the ancient art of Kriya Yoga. Book a guidance call at kriyayogamasterclass.com and take the first steps inward. Now back to the teachings.
And I was telling Veronica before, when I was in the Himalayan mountains, even if I wanted to eat meat, there was no meat available. They're all veg. So uh, if, if I tried to eat some chicken, there wouldn't be no chicken. So I indirectly became veg, So, uh, but I'm not against it. I'm not like a food Nazi like some of these yogis. They're really strict, their Ayurveda diet and everything. But if you have some chicken once in a while, why not? Or
Um,
just eat what uplifts you or makes you feel good.
so yeah, I've got a few things to say. Like, all right, once when I was a child, I was maybe like 5 years old, and I asked my mom where that where what is this? Where did this come from? And then she told me it was like from an animal or whatever. And I wanted to become a vegetarian. I was so young, but somehow that was ingrained in me. I was like, I don't want to eat that. And I don't think humans were designed to eat meat. I think
Yeah.
that's like from some type of lower thing. And then also one time I was having a video chat with my wife here, and they were having some celebration, and they like to have a big pig, and it was a live pig, and like I could hear the dang thing screaming. I don't know what they were
Yeah,
doing to it, but it was
exactly.
screaming, and like I could not
um
handle that. I was like, put it out of
yeah,
its misery at least. Like why are you keeping it like alive screaming? And it was horrible. And
yeah.
so yeah, the other yogi, when I first got onto the yogic path, I was watching these Russian yogis that wear the orange suit, the something Ananda. I can't remember the foundation, but and they definitely preach that, and they also say don't eat garlic, don't eat
Hmm.
mushrooms. There's certain things that they say are rajastic or whatever, that
Yeah,
will
yeah.
excite you. So yeah, that's
Hmm.
why I'm bringing this stuff up.
Yeah, so when we have certain festival, we don't eat garlic, ginger, anything which comes from the root part of the plant, because it's very the what you said is is completely right. It has a very hot tendency in the body. And the Jain even say that when we try to take out the root of the plant to eat, there is a lot of ecosystem of the organism which we are disturbing. So this is also a kind of ahimsa, this is also kind of violence which we are doing. So there are many traditions, but like if you see, then 60% of Indians or maybe 50% are purely vegetarian. They don't prefer eating meat. And the protein source are especially lentils or soya beans. These are the protein source, which is a good protein source. But the story which you told about the pig, the same thing happened to me. I was in Hyderabad, which is a Muslim dominated place in India. And there are a lot of slaughterhouse of chickens, goat, lamb, and I think cows also. So my father said ki, okay, today we'll have party, we'll have chicken. And I said ki, I'll not go and buy. So my father said, okay, you stay in the car, I'll bring. And heard that chicken screaming, and I couldn't eat that day. And this thought always came in my mind ki, oh my god, I could hear her suffering, she was, because the Muslim people, they don't kill it on one go. They just they do halal. They cut one part of the neck and then they try to drain the blood. And so the suffering is immense for that animal. So that was the day I thought, I'll it may take some time to quit, but I'll for sure be vegetarian for the rest of my life. I'm on that part of quitting actually.
I agree.
I don't know, a long time ago, I was a vegetarian for 2 years, but I remember like going to the meat department, like seeing the packaged meat. It just disgusted me. But I don't know. It's hard to be a vegetarian if you're with somebody who isn't. So
Yeah.
I think if I wasn't married, I probably would because I was getting really good at it. But I don't know. I had to like plan meals that had protein in it. But I don't know. I don't know. You just have to know what your body needs. But I don't have anything against anybody that eats meat. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I just I felt a difference when I was vegetarian, and
Yeah.
I was a lot thinner. I had a lot more energy. So I had, you know what? I had a thought like, you see, Shiva, he has the animal skin cloth, and Babaji's on his animal print animal rug. I wonder if they were meat eaters because it seems like the visuals that they use the animals for resources. So I don't know. I think they ate meat, but that's just my intuition.
like in we have like two parts. Agora even eat the dead meat
Oh
of
yeah.
man, humans, because they just want to say ki everything is pious, there is nothing wrong and nothing right. So there are always two ways in Hinduism. Like you have so many paths you can take,
Yeah.
whatever you feel like. So our god, nobody eat meats. Shiva used to live in Himalayas. He might be using dead animal skin to wear the clothes, because
Oh, okay.
the representation is like he's a ghori. He lives in Himalayas. He doesn't have anything. So if we make him wear something else, he will like, how does he have a cloth? So it's like he maybe a dead animal skin he's wearing, because he's renowned everything from the world. And I don't
Okay.
think the Mahavatar Babaji and all, I don't think they would be eating meat for sure.
Okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. My guru would say like Babaji or Shiva doesn't need to eat because they're enlightened beings.
Oh,
They're
okay.
sustained off of Shakti and Prana, you know.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you gave Babaji some food besides meat, he would eat it as just a sign of respect. He doesn't need it to live. It's just a sign of like prasad, you know, like okay, you gave me this offering. I'll show you. I'll eat it. It reminds me of like when we would go to different people's house with my guru, they would give us food, and it was almost like we had to eat the food even though we didn't want the food, because it was disrespectful not to eat the food. You couldn't go to somebody's house and not eat their food, because they would think their food is bad, and it would make them feel bad. So even though you didn't want the food, you ate it anyway. I mean, it was all veg anyway, but like so like Babaji and like Shiva, these are such high level enlightened beings that they have overcome food a long time ago. So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think they food resonates with them. They're sustained off the cosmic energy and the Shakti and the prana and all this from all around, so they don't need anything. And a lot of these yogis too, they don't eat too much. Even when I was in the Himalayan mountains, they were like, we only eat what we can hold in our hand. So this would be what I would eat every day, what's in my hand, you know. So a lot of yogis, they are using their pranayama techniques to sustain them, so they could stay in the cave long periods of time because they cultivate this pranayama technique. Like what you saw, hit subscribe, explore freekriyayogamasterclass.com, or watch our next video right here.